We are in the middle of the Javonte Williams renaissance. Our boy is hot. He's back. He's a baller.
Heels.
He's a top, I believe,
School of
7
Holly.
rusher in the NFL right now. And what I want to ask you guys, as you can see the graphics on the screen, that's his rushing yards. Yards per carry at 4.6 is pretty good. 3 rushing tutties is pretty darn good, especially when you look at what this team did last year in terms of that.
6 total rushing touchdown.
Rush yards over expected yards after contact. He's doing all the good things. Is it better than you expected? And do you have a reason for the Javonte Williams renaissance?
Well, since, I've been focused on running backs the last couple of years, I'll jump out there, because I wanted King Henry. King Henry is still higher, still better, he's still more special.
Still worrying
I
about that.
also talked about, because somebody tried to come at me on Twitter saying,
What?
Did they try to come
After
at
you on Twitter? I'm shocked.
about the dude in Houston who had a big touchdown run last night.
Nick Chubb.
Because I was saying, and I was not saying they should choose Chubb over Williams. I said they should add Chubb to the mix. If we're bringing in guys, let's kick the tires on Chubb. That's all I was saying. You don't have to pay. You didn't pay Miles Sanders. You didn't play Javonte Williams. Let's just add him to the mix. Why not add? I'm not saying he was going to. Yes, he's coming off knee injuries, whatever. Add him to the mix. All I was saying, but so far so good. Javonte Williams, he runs hard. I mean, I don't think there's anything special there, but he runs hard. He's hard to bring down. He has a nose for the football. He's physical, which is perfect for what the Cowboys do with this offensive line. That big touchdown run the other day, I mean, that was blocked up perfectly. He gets through there. He doesn't get ankle tackled or just,
Right.
you got to bring him down. You're just not going to just knock him off his feet, which is good. Solid additions, great so far. We're still, Miles Sanders, there's some question there. You kind of want to get Jaden Blue in the mix to go with Javonte Williams, kind of a thunder and lightning thing. But there's nothing to criticize.
No, there's not. And for, Javonte, what I started thinking about was, all right, we knew what Javonte Williams was coming into this season, the type of running back that he was. Like, he wasn't, even at North Carolina, he wasn't the back that broke out of there. It was Michael Carter, right? So he was still getting those dirty yards. And then you start looking at, okay, with the new addition of Brian Schottenheimer and you bring over Clayton Adams and that offensive line group and how they run things, Javonte is very similar. Now, let me finish. He's similar into running tough and through tackles like James Conner.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that matchup for how they block it and what they want from their running back is very similar to what they had in Arizona. So you start putting those pieces together, you start looking at it, you go, you know what? Javonte maybe one of those backs that at the end of the year, he gets over 1,000 yards. Not like he's going to wow you with 15, 16, 700 yards, but he gets, he'll squeak over 1,000. But all of his runs are tough physical runs. And when you had so many questions coming into the year with your offensive line, what is my left tackle going to be? How this right guard's going to, how is he going to respond? What is my right tackle going to be? Now you start looking at, okay, do I have a back that can make us right even when we're wrong? Mm-hmm. And you either have to go one or two ways. You have to have a special back, because if you don't have the Saquons or the Derrick Henrys, and I even think for the Derrick Henrys, you need a specific type of offensive line to give him holes to run through, unlike a Saquon Barkley or Bijan Robinson, who they can jump cut 2 and 3 holes, make guys miss in the hole, and go and get 7, 8, 10, 15 yards. So either you have to have a back that is extremely fast and can make guys miss in a hole, or a back that has the ability to run through tackles. You watch the Giants game, and Javonte Williams, this was a guy who, there were a couple of plays that he broke loose where guys just didn't want to tackle him. There were safeties and corners in the box. I remember one, for example, with Banks. Banks was there, and he just was trying to grab him from the side. He didn't want to get in there and tackle him. So having that kind of back in Javonte Williams, with the way that they block and the way that they want to run the ball up front, I think it's becoming a perfect mesh and a perfect mix of the scheme and the player. The only thing that I kind of just hope that doesn't happen is that he wears down. He's such a physical runner that when you get later into the season, that body sometimes wears down on you. And now what used to be you running through an arm tackle, maybe they trip you up a little bit. But that's after 2 weeks, Javonte Williams is just fine in the running in the backfield.
And it's great, having that physicality. Also really impressed with the way he's allowing those blocks to happen. You're seeing some of that patience in some of his big runs. Not the most athletic guy, but he showed enough to get through those creases. Last season, the Cowboys in 24, they were third worst in rushing yards per attempt, 4 yards per attempt. So far through 2 games this season, 5.1. One much of that credit we can give to Javonte Williams. They're 11th best overall so far through 2 games in average rushing yards per game. We saw the stat graphic, 151 yards, 33 carries, 3 touchdowns. First Cowboys running back to score 3 touchdowns on the ground his first 2 games since the late, great Marion Barber did it. And then 4.6 yards per attempt. Another thing I like, too, like he's not going off through the air, but he had 7 targets through the air on Sunday, and that shows, even just like dump off swings, whatever, like that shows the trust they have in him. Like, all right, nobody's open, dump it off Javonte and let him do his thing there. So really great for Dak Prescott to have that other option right there in the passing game. His 60% rushing success rate is 3rd best in the league, and only Christian McCaffrey is the other running back right now through 2 games that have rushed for double-digit first downs this season. It's Javonte Williams and Christian McCaffrey. I know it's not a large sample size, we're working with in 2 games, but you got to start somewhere, and it's better than what we probably were saying a month ago as we were getting ready for the season.
And one more addendum real quick, and then I'm glad you brought up Dak in the passing game.
Yeah. He jumped over me to start the whole thing. He went right just
So 2, 3,
I'm sorry.
4, 2,
oh, wait,
3.
3, 2,
two.
3, 4,
One
3.
quick addendum. I'm
Yeah.
glad he brought up the passing game. We were thinking, we're going to set up the pass with the run. I think they're setting up the run with the pass. You have to honor CD and Pickens outside, which open things up like the big run. Hey, it's a hole there because no one's there. You know, when he gets through that muck and gets to the secondary, no one's there because they're worried about those guys outside. So I think it's more about the passing game, setting up the run than the run setting up the pass. Go, Jeff.
No, I think it's a good point, and that's what I was going to say. I think we've, the reason I don't like it is you jumped me to say what I was going to say, and you probably said it better than I would have said it. This is a fun screenshot that I have for Jesse that's not going to be on the screen. This is Javonte Williams about to run for 6 yards. They're going to run over there. There's 2 players and 3 blocks. You are getting some friendly boxes to run the ball.
Right.
Like the Cowboys are doing the opposite this year. The Cowboys have decided we want to stop the run. So as soon as you put a second running back or a second tight end in the game, they're running a 3rd linebacker out every single time. The Cowboys are saying, we want to match you to be able to stop your run. Most NFL teams dare you to run. And I think the Cowboys live in that world. And Javonte's doing a good job. Javonte has been a better player than the credit I gave him over the course of the offseason. Like, I think the athleticism is good enough. The way he can move back and forth to find where he wants to be is good enough and probably better than I expected. And his ability to run through the arm tackles and the BS tackle attempts is really good.
That's good.
I think he is very capable. He's absolutely a capable NFL starter, and I probably didn't give him enough credit to even be that.
Mm-hmm.
I do still want another guy in that backfield with Zoom. So if Jaden Blue could figure out the classroom or what he's supposed to be doing on every play so that he could play football, I think you got something really nice there. I think when it's Javonte and Miles Sanders, you're leaving a little something to be desired in terms of, man, where is my Zoom? You're just putting in a downgraded Javonte when he comes off the field. Give me something different. But I salute Javonte Williams. I think he's off to a great start.
Quickly before we get out of here. And what could be a blessing in disguise as Jaden Blue is learning the offense as this season goes on, when you add those fresh legs in week 8, 9, 10, when he
hopefully 3 or 4.
3 or 4. I hope.
8, 9, 10.
Oh, no, they didn't need it now.
When you add those fresh legs into week 7, 8, 9,
5.
that's gonna be a real zoom through there.
Salute to you, Javonte. We appreciate you. You're appreciated. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
The ceiling's the roof.
Eliminate the contingency.